You know, in a world where fashion trends are born on TikTok and are basically ancient history 6 months later, something really strange is happening. A product that was designed almost 170 years ago isn't just surviving, it's having this massive, unprecedented comeback. So, what on earth is going on here? I want you to think about that pair of jeans you own, that favorite pair. Did you really just choose them? Or was that choice made for you by something much, much bigger? Because what we're seeing play out, it's not some random throwback moment. No, this is a carefully engineered, multi-billion-dollar industry shift. So here's the really weird part. Right now, we're all being a lot more careful with our money. People are getting tired of disposable, throwaway fashion, and they're looking for real value. So how is it in this exact climate that denim is seeing this explosive growth? It makes no sense on the surface. And let's look at the numbers, because this is where it gets really clear. The denim market isn't just doing okay, it's actually growing about 1.5% faster than the rest of the fashion world, year after year. Now, that might not sound like a huge number, but in this market, it's a massive deal. This is a real, measurable economic shift. And right at the heart of this whole thing is one legacy brand, Levi's. They just announced a jaw-dropping 7% jump in organic revenue, and they're pointing to a major strategic pivot that has totally changed the game for them. So the question is, how do they pull it off? Okay, let's peel back the first layer of their strategy. It's the one you see everywhere, the celebrity effect. But trust me, this is not your typical endorsement deal. It's way smarter and way more powerful. I mean, think about who you're seeing in this stuff. You've got Harry Styles making classic 501s go viral. You have 90s rock legends like Noel Gallagher. And then you have global superstars like Beyoncé and Timothée Chalamet. These are not random people. Each one is handpicked to send a very specific signal to a very specific group of people. And that's the absolute key right there. It's all about creating this vibe of rejuvenated cool. They're doing it in a way that's so subtle it doesn't feel like a corporate ad. It just feels authentic. It makes a brand that's been around forever feel fresh and new without losing what made it special in the first place. And this is the end result. That cool vibe they manufacture with celebrities translates directly into the clothes we all see on the runway and, more importantly, in the stores. You got these styles that feel both classic and completely perfect for right now. Okay, so that's the shiny celebrity layer. But let's dig a little deeper, because underneath all that, we find the real engine room, a psychological marketing machine that's designed to tap right into our memories. The first piece of this is what's called heritage marketing. For a brand like Levi's, the fact that they've been around for 170 years isn't just a fun fact. It is their single greatest weapon. It's a story about quality, about authenticity that a brand new company just can't fake. It builds this incredible sense of trust. But here's where they get really clever. They take that old school history and they pair it with something very new and very potent, digital nostalgia marketing. This is wild. They use these little hints from the past, 90s style graphics, early 2000s fits, those vintagey filters on social media to build this powerful emotional bridge to younger shoppers. And the reason this works is kind of mind-bending. It's because of something called the Gen Z nostalgia paradox. See, for most of us, nostalgia is about our own lives, our own memories. But for Gen Z, nostalgia is often something they've curated online. It's built out of aesthetics and music and images of a past they never actually experienced. So can you be nostalgic for a decade you weren't even alive in? Well, it turns out the answer is a big, resounding yes. And for marketers, that's an incredibly powerful thing. So we've got the celebrity cool factor and the powerful nostalgia machine. But none of that would work, none of it would stick, without this third and maybe most important layer, a fundamental economic shift in how we're all shopping now.
Let's be honest, there's a huge backlash happening against fast fashion. We're all getting kind of fed up with buying clothes that just fall apart after a few wears. And this has created the absolute perfect opening for these legacy brands to step in and position themselves as the solution. Quality, durability, timeless style.
And if you need one single stat to prove that this shift is real, get this. The resale market, thrift stores, Depop, The RealReal, is growing 11 times faster than traditional retail. People are now buying clothes with resale value in mind. That's a game changer. And you can really see the two mindsets side by side here. You've got the old fast fashion logic, which was all about newness and cheap prices. The whole goal was for it to be disposable. But now, look at the new logic with heritage denim. It's driven by trust and quality. The goal isn't just to wear something new. It's about getting your money's worth, durability, and even making some of your money back later. Our whole idea of value has changed. So let's zoom out for a second. What does all of this really mean? Well, this whole denim resurrection isn't just about jeans. It's actually a blueprint for the future, a playbook for how any legacy brand can survive and win. This right here, this is the new reality. In a world filled with digital noise and fleeting trends, a brand's history, its heritage, has become its single most powerful competitive advantage. It's a moat. You can't just go out and invent a 170-year-old story. It's something new competitors can't touch. And Levi's has basically given everyone the playbook. First, you pivot to selling directly to your customers, so you control the message. Then, you take your classic, iconic products and make them feel fresh again. You use celebrities to stay in the cultural conversation. You launch huge campaigns to prove you're still a major player. And you double down on quality and that all-important resale value. And when you put all of those pieces together, this is what you get. A product that somehow feels both deeply familiar, like it's been around forever, and at the same time, completely new and modern. That right there is the holy grail of branding. Which, of course, brings us to a final, really interesting question. This strategy is brilliant. There's no doubt about it. It's working. But it leaves us with a provocative thought to sit with. If a brand can successfully tap into, and in a way own our collective memories of the past, what does that mean for the choices we think we're making for our future?
Thanks for watching Media GenX. If you liked this story, show some love with a like, subscribe for future updates, and share it around. Until the next headline.